Hi and welcome to datapine. Today I'd like to show you 4 new features which we added to the dashboards to hopefully allow you to use them on your dashboards and make them more interactive and the experience more intuitive. Okay, so what I'm going to do is introduce the 4 first up, and then I'll show you how you can add them to your dashboard. So the first one is click to filter. The second is zoom to filter. The third is the time interval widget. And the fourth is the dashboard navigation widget. Okay, so click to filter. So I'm looking at management dashboard. I have lots of KPIs which are showing me interesting stuff, but I want to find out what's going on with regards to Australia. Click on Australia. And as you can see, the tool has added a quick filter down the bottom here, and the results have changed. So I now know that in Australia we have 842 sold units and 82,000 of net profits. And I also want to know what happened in October in Australia. So as you can see, it's been added to the dashboard here, and I now know that I sold just 62 units for a net profit of 6K. Okay, so that's click to filter, and as you can see, it adds the filters as a quick filter to the dashboard, and as quickly as you add them, you can remove them, and you can go back to your original result once the query, the question that you have in your head has been answered. Okay, so that's option number 1. Option number 2 is called zoom to filter. So zoom allows you to go from something like this, where we're looking at the entire year of 2015, but October is an anomaly. We didn't make very much revenue, so I want to zoom down and see what may have gone wrong with that. So use your left mouse button to do a drag. So I drag over here, and that's going to allow me to zoom down from the month down into the day. And if you have more granular detail, like maybe down to the hour or even maybe down to the second, you can continue to zoom down. Okay, so in this case, we see that we had some pretty bad days. So maybe what I'm going to do is set up a meeting with the team and go through those step by step and figure out maybe what went wrong with that, so that we don't have that going on in the future. As you can see up here, it's a quick filter, same thing. We can either get rid of it down the bottom on the right, or we can simply do that. And again, we go back to our original result. So that's number 2. Number 3 is something that I already added. As you can see down here, it's the time interval widget. So we're on months over here. If I want to switch really quickly to weeks, I can do that, or I can go down to days, or even up to years. It's up to you. And then simply by clicking on it again, we go back to our original result. And then the 4th dashboard sort of improvement that we made is the ability to navigate within the dashboard itself. Okay, so I'm looking at some sales by product over here. I've enabled this chart as a navigation element, so I've linked it to my sales tab. So I'm going to click on the chart. The tool understands what I want to do. It's taking me directly to my sales tab, where I have a lot more information about what's going on with regards to my sales, of course. Okay, so those are the 4 elements that we added. Now, how do you add those to your dashboard? So we've tried to keep it as simple as possible, given that's what we try and do for you. Edit. Okay, then you go to the options wheel, interactivity options. Okay, now I've already enabled this, so it's basically giving me the counter option to disable. So this is how you add click to filter to your charts. Okay, zoom to filter is anything that has a date or a time along the x-axis. You'll be given this option down here to enable zoom, or in my case, I've already enabled it, so disable. And then also the time interval widget, excuse me, is available also. And then the add a link, so the navigation element that I added before, you can link it to a different tab within your dashboard, or if you wish, you can link it to an external resource. So something within your intranet to give someone a bit more information, something like that. Okay. So yeah, if you have any questions or you need any help getting used to these features or figuring out how best to implement them on your dashboards, please do let us know. Appreciate you watching the video, and keep well.